So we're on the territory of the Warsaw Zoo Garden and entering into Jan and Antonina Żabiński villa. Warsaw Zoo Garden was established in late 1920s, and the director has built a villa for himself within the zoo garden. It was called the Crazy Star Villa, as the situation of a zoo construction with multiple animals coming and organizing of the zoo itself was in the midst of a craze of work. And Antonina and Jan Żabiński moved here. When the World War II started, Jan had special permission to, on certain occasions, enter the Warsaw Ghetto on the other bank of the river. And he was receiving the food remnants and the leftovers in order to feed the zoo garden animals. That enabled him to have some contacts and for the first time to try to assist and smuggle people out or provide safe channels of leaving the ghetto. The villa from 1940 till 1943 became a place at which close to 300 of people were assisted in this or another way. Some of them for just a couple of hours while their false papers were being procured. Some of them were staying here for a longer time period. There was a special security code. Antonina was playing a piano. If she was playing the aria of the beautiful Helen, it was a sign of danger, and everybody had to leave the basement through a underground channel and hid in the animal cages. If she was playing Chopin, it meant security. It meant that people can return. So some people were here for days or weeks or months. There was one person that lived here for about 3 years, and that's Magdalena Gross. A sculpture in the basement of this building sculptured the zoo animals, which nowadays in the form of iron casts are beautifying the alleys of the Warsaw Zoo Garden. Dr. Jan and Antonina Żabińskis have received the Yad Vashem Righteous Among the Nations in 1965. Antonina described this story in her book in the early 1960s, but because of communism and because of lack of larger context for the Holocaust history, the book has never been broadly published and never promoted. Only after the contemporary Zookeeper's Wife book and then the film was produced, this piece of the World War II and Holocaust memory started to be broadly known, also known in Poland. Jan Żabiński was sent into POW camp by the Nazis towards the end of the war, and after his return into communist Poland after the war in 1948, he was banned from entering the zoo, completely cut off from the work of his life. So we are right now in the basement of the villa, which was the hideout for, as I said, up to 300 people that rolled through this villa in various time periods. Of course, the Zabinskis were cooperating with Żegota, so with the Polish Council of Help towards Polish Jews, an organization started by the Polish government in exile, trying to assist people, Polish Jews, in hiding and in hideouts over the occupied Polish territory. So that was also the studio of Magdalena Gross, as this is the only part of the basement in which there were windows and daylight could be seen. So there was a security tunnel made out of the villa, and in case of an aria of Beautiful Helen being played on the piano, that was a signal that people from the basement have to crawl through this channel and start running or leaving towards the cages with animals and hide out there in the zoo itself.